What is up, YouTube? I seen some articles that a couple people had posted on Facebook, and they were so horrific I had to do a rant video about them. The first article, a 2-year-old little girl was banned from nursery school because her deformed skull is deemed too scary. The second article, a 10-year-old girl with special needs was brutally bitten on school bus. Why, YouTube, is the world so miserably messed up? Between the stupid idiots and the misery of it all, like life is full of miserable BS and stupid idiots who are bullies and who are mean to each other and they say the stupidest and dumbest of things. It's exhausting, YouTube. Living in the world we live in is flippin' exhausting. Between the idiots and the assholes, it's just like, when does it end? The world's full of assholes and stupid people, and it's just like, why? Why, YouTube? Why? It's the kind of stuff that makes you want to drink heavily. Like, where's the vodka? So I'll try to keep my cool here and read to you some of the sentences in these articles. And if you want to check out the articles, I'll put them in the description box below so you can see them for yourself. I'm going to plug my phone in. It's about to die. Grab a glass of water, and we'll get into it. Okay, got the phone plugged in. Grab ourselves a cup of H2O. Good to stay hydrated. These are the kind of articles that just make you want to chain smoke pipe tobacco and drink heavily. We'll start off with the first of the two. Two-year-old banned from nursery school because her deformed skull is too scary. Ugh. No deformities allowed. That was the message sent to the parents of 2-year-old Sophia when they tried to enroll the toddler of theirs in a nursery school. First, you need to arrange an operation so she can go to nursery school like an ordinary child, her mother, Svetinia, claims she was told by nursery staff. Her daughter has a skull deformity that makes her forehead wider than normal, and her fingers and toes are also fused together. A video of Sophia and her mom shows the child laughing and playing with watercolors, just like any ordinary happy kid. Just one who appears to be a bit different. I watch the YouTube channel Special Books for Special Kids, and it's made me appreciate that my disorder's not a lot worse. You know, it's made me... Special Books for Special Kids has made me very humble about my Asperger's, you know. And Sophia lives in the Russia village of Alateni in the Bashkortostan region with her mom and dad. Oh. Okay, this is exactly what's wrong with our society. Kids are full of curiosity and wonder, so when children see a child their own age who appears physically or mentally different, part of them is going to be curious, a part of them is going to be scared because it's something new. It's just how kids are. And teaching children to fear these abnormalities and what have you. Like, how bougie do you have to be? Oh, I'm sorry, but we're not going to accept your child into our nursery school because she's not normal looking. You know, raising a child is not easy, and sometimes adults have busy lives. So it's nice to have a nursery where they can trust their kid is safe, protected, and entertained. And yet they can't have that if the nursery school won't let them in. It's pretty sad, to be quite honest. Going from Russia to the Green Bay, Wisconsin here in the States. 10-year-old girl with special needs brutally bitten on school bus, family says. And if you thought the last story was really sad, this story is even sadder, dude. This story just breaks my heart, dude. The fact that we talk about bullying as an issue, but really we don't do jack shit about it, do we? We'll sit here and talk a big game about, oh, bullying's a real problem in our society, but do we do anything about it? We do. Of course we don't. You know? The fudge we do, of course we don't. You know? It's really sad, YouTube. I feel like since the online bullying has gotten out of hand, progressively bullying in the real world has gotten much worse. Ouch! And here's the thing of it, YouTube. A lot of people really just think, you know what? It's kind of hard to stop online bullying, so what's the point? You say that until your child gets bullied online for little more than just having an opinion. Their favorite color is red and they like trucks. Well, but this happened in real life off of social media, so we're going to read a couple of these words here. And if you want to check out the articles I'm talking about, I'll put them in the description box below so you can see them for yourself. Green Bay, Wisconsin. The parents of a 10-year-old Wisconsin girl claimed their daughter was bitten multiple times by another student while on a school bus. Lynn Waldron, of Green Bay, said her daughter Lillian, a developmentally delayed and cannot speak. Well, she's developmentally delayed and she cannot speak. When Lillian got off of the bus on Monday, the young girl was crying unconsolably and holding onto her arm. Her mother tried to calm her down by giving her a bath. She loves baths, her mother says. So her mother basically brought her home and was getting ready to give her daughter a bath. And when she removed her daughter's sweatshirt, she found several large bite marks on her daughter's arm. and major bruising on her upper arm, etc., etc. Lillian's parents said another girl on the special needs bus brutally bit their daughter's arm, which caused the bruising. Okay. And the superintendent of the story, the school principal and the superintendent are looking into it, and they want to reassure the parents of that school district that their children are in safe hands, so that's good. School officials are actually taking action on the issue. But whatever happened to assigning a para for your special needs kid? Like, one of my Facebook friends says her son is special needs, and when I posted the article on Facebook, she writes that there was an assistant on the bus for when her kid goes on the bus so her kid doesn't get messed with. Especially if it's the special needs bus, and here's the worst part of it. Okay, Lillian couldn't do anything because she's mentally impaired. She can't speak. And when she rides the special needs bus to school, she has to ride in a car seat. So long story short, this other special needs girl starts biting her arm, and all Lillian can do is scream in terror and pain. She can't fight back. She can't say, "No, please stop." Where is the goddamn bus driver in this situation? I would have stopped the fucking bus and been like, "Hey, knock it the shit off." Straight up, dude. Whatever happened to having a bus monitor? Let alone someone to protect the special needs, like, especially if you're on a special needs bus, some of these kids are not going to act in the most socially appropriate manner. That being said, how hard is it? How hard is it? You have a bus seat that sits behind the bus driver and it's facing the back. The person sitting in that bus seat that faces the back is put in charge of bus security, and if kids start acting out, they handle it appropriately. How hard is it? Like, it's bad enough that, students have to pay for their lunches at school, but now they get bullied at school, and on top of it, it's gotten to the point where they get bullied on the buses too. Ever since bullying became a serious problem in general, and an even bigger problem on social media, I feel like since bullying has become out of control on social media, it's made bullying in the real world 10 times worse. Here's the thing of it, YouTube. In all honesty, like I said, kids are curious by nature. The world to them is so brand new and full of knowledge that's yet to be discovered. That being said, we should not be teaching our kids this kind of behavior. This 2-year-old little girl in Russia now has to feel bad about her deformity because of some snooty nursery school. Treating these kids like they're Harvard graduates, like, Jesus Christ. When did applying for a daycare turn into an ordeal similar to filling out a job application, or similar to applying for a college? Like, how bougie do you have to be to sit there and treat a freaking daycare center like it's applying for Harvard or some shit? Like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is ridiculous. Because when you look at what kids do in daycare, they finger paint, they play with building blocks. They take naps. Not exactly, you know, the same as going to college. And I've had it, YouTube. Our society is full of stupid idiots, assholes, and misery. All I can do is just sit here and go, where's the alcohol? And this is just so freaking sad. Like, obviously there's not enough room on a school bus full of special needs kids to have every one of them have like a bus guard or some stuff like that. So every bus needs to have a bus monitor, a like-minded, level-headed adult who's mature enough to say, oh great, I get to babysit a bunch of bratty ass kids on the way to their school. This is going to be fun. So if you're not going to give these kids someone to sit next to them that'll keep an eye out on them individually, then have an appointed bus monitor. Because sometimes the cameras on these school buses are not enough. Now, the bus driver is not going to have time to stop and check out on the kids in the back because he's got a busy schedule to run. He's got to drop the kids off at their schools, you know. So the bus driver's got to focus on driving and keeping the kids safe while he or she drives the bus, you know. So the bus driver's not going to have time to stop the bus, turn around and say, hey, little brats, knock it the fuck off. That's why, I know I'm repeating myself in this video, that's why school buses should have an appointed bus monitor. And a lot of these school buses do. But if you're a bus driver driving a bus full of special needs kids, if you're a bus driver driving a kid or two on a bus that has special needs, they're going to be acting goofy and doing all kinds of zany shit, you know. So you hear a kid in the back screaming and hollering, you chalk it up to that's just part of their disorder. You know what I'm saying? Until the kid comes home crying to their parents. I don't know what else to say on this rant. Thank you for watching. If you like the rants, subscribe for more. I'll catch you later.